Would you look at that? We actually have some news regarding not only Xbox, but also the PlayStation 5 and their future. In this time period before the big summer E3 blowouts that we usually see out there, there's some leaks regarding Sony bringing a lot of their first-party games to PC. Then we have the brand new Xbox Game Pass games coming to the platform on not only the Xbox, but the PC Xbox platform. There's a bunch of news here, so let's get right into it because Sony and Xbox continue to fight head-to-head for market leadership. So let's get into this. Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to be notified on future content, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. All right, so the first thing we have to talk about is the new games coming to Xbox Game Pass this month. Now, most of the time, I don't talk about this unless it's a massive game that's coming day and date, or if it's a brand new Xbox first-party game dropping in the service. Yet this time around, I wanted to talk about it because it involves a publisher we've talked about before, which is Ubisoft, and them bringing more and more of their games to the Xbox Game Pass service. You know, the massive publisher slash studio giant that has multiple AAA games coming out each and every single year. Not only that, but they have AAA games coming to Xbox Game Pass day and date. Games like Rainbow Six Extraction, a game that came to Game Pass day and date back in January, and it shocked a lot of people. Well, it's looking like Ubisoft is playing ball with Xbox yet again by bringing some of their biggest games to the platform and that service. Here's what the article has to say. More Ubisoft games coming to Game Pass. I'm excited to share that we're working with Ubisoft to bring even more incredible games to the Game Pass library. In the next 2 months, Assassin's Creed Origins will join the library for cloud, console, and PC via Ubisoft Connect app. We will also bring For Honor Marching Fire Edition to PC via Ubisoft Connect app and upgrade to the Marching Fire Edition for cloud and console. Okay. So the first thing we have to mention is the fact that this Ubisoft partnership is starting to get a little more serious than we thought. Now, I know we saw Rainbow Six Extraction in Game Pass day and date, and that was awesome to see, and I think we'll see other games come day and date from Ubisoft, but now we're starting to see a lot of their other games coming to the service. If people remember, at one point, The Division, the first one, a games as a service game, was on the service and it was there for a very, very long time, and Xbox used that to push Game Pass. It was announced years ago at an E3 and it infused the game with a lot of gamers, something that games as a service games need to be viable. Which brings me to For Honor, a game that a lot of people know about. As someone that's never actually played the game all that much, I do have to say that it's been a game that's been in Game Pass for a very long time. Not to mention, it's a games as a service game, so it helps to have that game in a service like Game Pass to expand their audience. Oh, and did you see that this isn't just a console game coming to Game Pass, but it's also coming to the PC platform for Game Pass via the Ubisoft Connect app. That's something I don't think people are paying enough attention to. I say this because we all know that Xbox wants the console and the PC to be equal and the amount of content that they get in those services. So if a game comes to Game Pass on the console, it needs to come out on the PC and cloud for Game Pass, which Assassin's Creed Origins and For Honor are going to be doing just that. I feel like Xbox and Ubisoft are working together to make this happen, sharing technology across their platforms and kind of integrating each other very well. This could be a very long relationship we see grow for the next several months, if not the entire generation for the Xbox Series X. Ubisoft sees the growth of Game Pass and understands they want users to join their games and their ecosystems. But now let's shift over to Redfall, an Xbox game that's rumored to come out this summer. Well, at least that's what the plan was since last year, where the game was revealed. It's starting to look like the game is delayed according to multiple sources with knowledge about the game's development. Here's what's being said from a store in Brazil. It looks like the eagerly anticipated Xbox console exclusive Redfall may be delayed from its intended summer release to winter this year based on the Brazilian Microsoft Store's listing. This was spotted by Twitter user Idle Sloth, and there is some confusion around the news as Brazil's winter season, Southern Hemisphere, differs from that of the Northern Hemisphere. While an official confirmation is awaited, rumors of Redfall's delay have been circulating for quite some time and have been anticipated by many. We will keep you updated on the matter as the news develops. Okay, the only thing I have to say about this is just wait and see, people. Now, I know for months and months there's been rumors that this game is going to get delayed. And to be honest with everyone, I've heard this behind the scenes since late last year. Arcane and Xbox want to make this a big game, and they want it to release as a finished product. So they don't feel pressure to meet a release date they never really promised on. So yes, I believe this might come out in October or even a little bit later. But no matter what, I'm excited for the game. And like I always say, if you need to delay, then delay it. There's no such thing as a bad delay for a game that just needs more time. Give us a complete experience, not a buggy one like some other developers have been doing lately. But I do have to say, we should keep our eyes out for Xbox's summer event this year, because if we don't get massive gameplay of Redfall this summer, that might mean that the delay might push into next year. But now I want to shift over to the PlayStation 5 and how there's these massive rumors saying that Sony wants to bring their games to the PC at a much faster rate. In fact, there's multiple indications of this from the Nvidia leaks that happened last year, not to mention Jim Ryan himself saying that they want to bring multiple games to the PC platform and be a multi-platform publisher. Let's get right into the leaked information, yet I do have to say we should take this all with a huge grain of salt, because until something is official, we shouldn't run with this as truth. But here's what the leak had to say about the PlayStation 4 and also the PlayStation 5 games coming to PC. God of War Ragnarok is going to be the swan song of the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 5 version will have the standard 3 modes: fidelity, performance, and performance ray tracing. 4K 30 ray tracing, 4K 60, 1440p 60 with checkerboarding to 4K. Sony will not be releasing any cross-gen games first party after this point unless a developer desperately wants a PS4 port of their game, which is unlikely. From 2023 onward, we will only see PlayStation 5 exclusives from first-party developers, along with the shift to PC ports becoming more and more gradual. PlayStation 4 ports for Demon's Souls, Ratchet & Clank Apart, and Deathloop, amongst others, have already been canned and are going to be dropped past this point. Said games including Ragnarok, Rift Apart, Demon's Souls, Forbidden West, GT7, Ghost of Tsushima, and the likes will all be receiving PC ports. Guerrilla Games will handle Forbidden West, Iron Galaxy is porting Uncharted to PC, Blind Squirrel Games and Jetpack Interactive are currently busy porting over Ratchet 2016 and Rift Apart to PC. Polyphony is doing GT7, Bluepoint is bringing Demon's Souls to PC, Nixius has been working on Ghost of Tsushima and its DLC for some time now. God of War Ragnarok will come to PC as well, with Jetpack Interactive and Blind Squirrel collaborating again once they finish work on the Ratchet ports. After this, Sony will begin to phase in PC ports more casually so they can release them within months to a year from its original release. So there's a lot of information to unpack here, so let's just start from the top. We all knew that God of War Ragnarok was going to be the last PlayStation 4 cross-gen game by Sony for a very long time now. They wanted to reach as many people as possible with Horizon and God of War, so they put them on the PlayStation 4 and PS5 respectively. That's not a big shocker to anyone. So to hear that from 2023 and onward we'll only get PS5 exclusives, that's not shocking, especially since we know that Xbox is going to release pretty much Series X console exclusives from now on, especially starting with Starfield and Redfall, a game we just discussed. Yet, the big news here is that the PlayStation 4 ports for Demon's Souls and Ratchet, not to mention Deathloop, were dropped because they didn't want to put those on the PS4, and that they would much rather focus on the PC ports for those games. This is something that Sony obviously wants to do because they want to reach that PC market at a much faster rate, which brings me to those big games they just talked about: Ragnarok, Rift Apart, Demon's Souls, and of course Ghost of Tsushima, Forbidden West, getting PC ports. That's something we've talked about for a very long time on this channel. We all know that Sony wants to be a multi-platform publisher, so don't be surprised when we see these ports drop this year, if not early next year, to help pad out downtimes in their development cycles. Much like from here till the end of the year, they don't really have anything coming out. Much like Xbox, since December, hasn't really had anything come out, so bring out these ports to PC or bring out other third-party games to help pad out their first-party exclusives. And speaking of these games being developed, it's cool to see that Guerrilla Games is handling Forbidden West for their ports, and we also have other studios helping with a lot of the PC ports they have in mind. Bluepoint handling Demon's Souls, and Nixius is working on the Ghost of Tsushima port. That's awesome to see. But the best part is they want to collaborate with other studios to get these games on the PC faster. The leak says they want to wait a few months, if not a year, to port these over, which, if I'm being honest, I could wait for that because it gives them time to understand the PC platform. I think the Days Gone port was amazing. The Horizon Zero Dawn port was fantastic. Give every game that much detail into your ports, so I fully expect this to happen over time. Will it happen in the next year or so? Who knows? Because no matter what, I can't wait to play PlayStation first-party games on the PC platform, a platform I much prefer over the PlayStation platform. Not to mention, this will just help them compete with Microsoft and Xbox on yet another gaming market front. And like I said multiple times, competition between the two companies is what I want the most. So that's all the updates we have for Xbox and Sony that's happened in the last week. There's a lot of leaks, but I want to know what you think about all of them. Are you excited to see this Ubisoft partnership grow with Xbox? Do you think this could lead to other games coming to Game Pass? Is Redfall going to be delayed? Are we going to see PlayStation drop their games day and date on PC anytime soon? Are you excited to see even more PlayStation games come to the PC platform? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit that subscribe button and that like button to support us out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I've been jumping into Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I've been jumping into Apex Legends, Warzone, I've been playing a bunch of games, even jumping into NBA 2K with my buddy Dealer Gaming, which we're having a lot of fun playing team up, and I'm also playing that solo. But right now, I'm really concentrating on Assassin's Creed Valhalla because I want to get through that game, I want to go through the Ragnarok DLC, I want to beat it because I've beaten Origins, I've pretty much beaten every single Assassin's Creed game, minus Valhalla, and maybe I think Assassin's Creed 3. But I'm going to jump into Assassin's Creed Valhalla, finish that up, finish the DLC, and just have a good time doing it. I'm able to play it on my PC, my laptop, my Xbox, and because of Ubisoft Connect, it all transfers with the saves. So I love that. I'm able to play it freely whenever and wherever I want. So I'm looking forward to finishing that up. I think I have probably like 50 to 60 or even 100 more hours to go, but you know what? It's cool, it's expansive, and I'm having fun with it. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing something on your Xbox, your PlayStation 5, or are you on your PC? Let me know down below because that's what we're here for, is to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.